Hello, good morning everyone, and welcome to Skyblock Rustic Waters. We're here on the Breakfastcraft server this morning. If you're interested in playing on the Rustic Waters server with me, you need to be 18 years of age or older and apply via breakfastcraft.com. It is a whitelisted server, so you can't just hop on. But we have had a lot of new members join just recently, so if you apply now, you'll probably be, you'll be amongst people that are at the same progress level of the pack compared to me, who's been playing for a few months. But just, keep that in mind if you're interested in playing Rustic Waters on a server. A question that came up in the Discord earlier was, is it different playing on a server than playing single player? Other than other people playing too? No. The quests are the same. There's no some server store or whatever. There's nothing created to get you to work together type of thing. You're really spread out. It's like a Skyblock. I mean, it's a world where you're really far away from other people, and it's actually really hard to work together. So keep that in mind. I had someone who joined and thought it would be completely different than playing single player, and it's not. So yes, we're here. We're gonna get into EnderIO today. We got a whole quest chain to try to tackle, and last time we left off where we were making infinity shards, and I also set up a couple omega shards. I think I had 5 eggs or something. They're up on the surface, auto harvesting. I actually have the auto harvesting turned off because these are full and I'm not currently using them. So they're turned off until we start using some. And then I also automated the grains of infinity so that I can bulk craft a bunch of them, and that is over here. So I've got a pulverizer, and that's to throw in, what was that? Spaced off how to make these. These are yes, the ore, which we're not getting. We're going, that's maybe it in case we needed to do, oh, that's blizz rods. Okay, so we've got blitz rods up here. They get pulverized and turned into blitz powder and niter. Those are the drops you get from blitz rods. See, I had to try to remember how this was set up. And then I have to just drop some redstone in here. Like I said, this is bulk auto crafting, so I just have to fill things up. Then it goes into the magma crucible and gets melted down into the aerothium that we needed, which gets put in the fluid transposer, and you transpose it with the infinity fragments, and that gives you grains of infinity. So I have a bunch. I just used whatever blitz rods I already had to get the system going. We're out of niter, and I'm not sure there is another recipe other than, looks like you can occasionally get it here. Alright, good to know. So yeah, we got that going. So that was something that we needed in order to get the EnderIO stuff started. I'm gonna grab a stack in case we need it. And I believe that's really all I've done in here. Like I said, I did some prep work, and there's a couple of quests I finished in the prep work. So let's take a look here. Right here, this is the Futures Now tab, the chapter with the EnderIO stuff in it. And this is where we had left off with making the grains of infinity, and we turned that in last time. The empty capacitors we have. But then it went on to say that you need to do infinity iron ingots, and it's used, the infinity iron is used to make all of the EnderIO machinery, so you need a lot of this stuff. Yep, and here's how you make it. So you do the infinity iron, which is actually, let's go. Is that that's a chemist workshop? That's right. The grains of infinity and 2 iron will give you the grains of the iron infinity grit in the chemist workshop. And I would like to make one little rant, argument, complaint about this mod pack, and it's probably one that causes a lot of people to stop playing. One, these artisan tables are not automatable, so the materials you make in them, you have to manually create. The problem I see, and something that would make the pack even better, is that once you got to a point where you had an end game machine that you could automate, it should supersede these workshops. So, for example, we've got Grains of Infinity, which is a recipe in a machine. We should be able to perhaps use the alloy smelter from EnderIO, which is, we've already learned is very end game, to make the next step. Make the infinity iron grit or something. There's a lot of these recipes in here that you can't fully automate because you've got to go and manually craft things in bulk to continue your progression. And that is a pain in the ass. And it shouldn't be set up that way. That's a big flaw I see in this mod pack. So just getting that out there, that's a hindrance to me of enjoyment for the pack, is that yes, I like that there are manual needs of crafting, but once you get to a certain point in the game where you have access to what's considered the end game machines, you should be able to craft those things automatically. That's really what modern Minecraft is for, is being able to set up automation of things. So there you go. Anyway, I have made some infinity iron right here. Pretty much just did exactly what it said. I made the infinity iron grit through the chemist workshop and ran it through a furnace. So I have some right there. So we'll turn that in and get a spawn enderman egg. We'll hang on to you in case we lose ours. That's currently generating ender pearls. All right. So then the next thing I did was I made machine parts. These are used in order to make the chassis. And these, again, are something that can only be manually crafted. So they use the infinity iron to make those. Again, this is something that you could find a higher end machine to actually craft for you. It's so annoying to me today to have to keep coming back to these, even though I'm so much farther in the game. Yeah, very unfriendly. Very unfriendly. But we'll struggle through here. We'll work it out. And then, empty capacitors must be filled with fluid to hold their charged properties. The fluid they are filled with will dictate what tier they are. And we'll look at those in a second. The simple machine chassis is how you can make some of the machines, and that is in the Future Tech workshop, where practically every single EnderIO machine and part is made. So we've got to do that, and I've already made one. It's just enderium plates, which we have to manually craft those as well, through the use of the dust somewhere in here. Enderium blend this stuff right here. So it's not made any other way, just this way. So that's another annoyance that I have. But anyway, I'm going to try and move on from being annoyed with some of the things in the back. We'll try. I need to put that money away. We just got $10 plus a couple of pennies. Useless little things. And I have the simple chassis in here that I crafted for that. So we'll get the conduit binder. That is useful. And then we're ready to continue on. This is where we're at. So we're going to try to get all of these done today. Hopefully. Cross your fingers. Hopefully. But this first one is a slice and splice. It is the first EnderIO machine that the mod pack wants us to make. It is a workbench of sorts. It will aid you in crafting some of the more intricate machine components from EnderIO. Okie dokie. So here is the recipe for the slice and splice. It is the infinity iron, and it is enderium gears, that simple chassis we just made, and some artisan gold cutters from the artisan worktables mod, as well as a bucket of liquid XP. We should have everything we need. We do need to craft the gold cutters. So let's do gold cutters. Oh. And we should be able to get 2 of those. And then we need the iron and the chassis and the enderium. What's it? Gears. Future tech table. Slice and splice. Go. There we are. We have our slice and splice. Great. We're just going to plunk it down. And it's going to get power. Okay, so we need to put a capacitor. That's something I didn't know about EnderIO. We need to put a capacitor in for it to work at all. So we need to put a capacitor in here, and it's going to need some parts. Do that part. We're going to go ahead and put those steel shears in there. All right. So we have that step done. Okay. But now it says, there are 3 tiers of capacitor upgrades from EnderIO. Each tier increases the speed and RF capacity of the machines they are installed in, and it wants us to make a basic one. I'm gonna show you. I don't even use those. Okay. I'm gonna show you the 3 we've got here. We have to, for any capacitor, we have to make the empty one. And the empty one is electrical, steel, and wiring. And then in order to make the basic, we need to fill it with destabilized redstone. For the basic one, we need to fill it with tectonic petroleum for the double layer, and we need to fill it with vapor of levity for the octatic. Yeah, not exactly easy material. This one's not exactly an easy material to get to. So we will be doing a basic one to get started. That is what is requested for the quest. So we need 500 millibuckets of redstone into an empty capacitor. So 500 is 5 pieces of redstone. Do I have any down here? I do. And so let's at least get that melted. And we need to make the electrical steel here, which is made in the induction smelter, which is steel grit and silicon. Silicon in this pack is made with quartz, nether quartz, or Certus quartz that's been smelted, or the dust that's been smelted. I don't believe any other. We can get some through clay. That is probably the method that will be what we want to do. That's a thought. I knew we can get it from that. We can get it from sand. We'll run sand through a sag mill to get the silicon. In the future, we'll automate it that way. But I have some silicon here. And we need to get some steel. Grab that and we'll pulverize it so that we get the steel grit or steel blend, whatever it happens to be. Hi, Darkwing. And it's the induction smelter. So we've got the steel dust and silicon in the induction smelter. Off it goes to make electrical steel. It goes. I'm a little complaining today. The pack is showing its flaws, so I've been a little complaining, but otherwise I'm good. Alright, so we need the wiring kits, which aren't craftable either. And these are made in the Future Tech Workshop. Alright, there we go. We have 4 empty capacitors, and we need to make how many for the quest? 1 basic. So we should be able to just do that. And there we go. We have our first basic capacitor. Alright, that gives us 2 inserters, which to me aren't useful. And we're going to be moving on to making our first EnderIO smelter, an alloy smelter. The enhanced alloy smelter is a workhorse for high-end technological alloys. This machine will aid you in crafting everything from blocks to create your void miner to components used in your applied energistic system, which I cannot wait to get into. Yeah. Alright, so the regular alloy smelters are disabled. You can only make the enhanced versions. I'm keeping that in mind. We're going to put a capacitor in there so it actually starts filling up. We will need to put an axe in here, so let's go ahead and let's just use this almost broken one. Sure, it'll take it. Okay. So, enhanced alloy smelter. Here is the recipe. So we're going to take this piece by piece and gather all the materials that we need. We need 3 furnaces and 4 metal fasteners. Those things we can grab. I've already got the wiring kits. So we need to make some furnaces. Crate. I wonder if... Hey, Tall Slow! Are these regular? Yep, they have to be the wooden crates. And then we need to make an industrial machine chassis. Let's grab one of the crates from here because we have a couple. Okay, let's remove you. The infinity plates. The infinity plates are a manually crafting item instead of automating. Again, this is my big rant for the day. This far into the game, once you've done it once or twice in the blacksmith's workshop, you should be able to create a machine to automate it further. This is an annoyance. We need gelid cryothium. Yes. The crate that had all of our infinity ore in it. And the 4 omega eggs. That's what blew up. So the gelid cryothium is the, this recipe. I'm pretty sure I have blizz rods. It's the snowballs. I think snowballs are a sub... So we have 2 of you. Can we make more? No, we need to process those. So we have blizz. We should be able to pulverize and get, and you could make snowballs and get these things. Hi Silver, nice to see you. I need to go grab some more redstone because I know I don't have enough down here. All right. And you. Of course. Why does that do that? Make a bunch of you. Uh-huh. And then I need the... What did I put in there that I needed? Never mind. Alright, so the gelid cryothium, we need how much? We need 100 millibuckets per gem. And we get how much when we melt you down? 250 per. So let's do in pairs of 2 so that we have an even amount. So that's 300, 600, 800, 3, 6, 9, 12. Let's do that. And this should be filling this up. Yeah, I need to make another portable reservoir. I've got one here that's full of sap because I looked up the recipes for sap and it looks like I likely won't be using anymore. And if I do, to make some glue for something, I've got a reservoir full of it. So I do consider doing the reservoirs. That is something I've considered, just haven't gotten there yet. I will eventually. Right now I'm just making a bunch. Where did my buckets go? Alright, and that'll go in the chemist workshop. Now we need the infinity shards, which are also done in here, aren't they? Yep. Fantastic. Because I don't have any of the ore, it all got blown up. So we have to do this recipe. And again, this is something that once you've done it a few times in here, I really wish there was a machine. Okay. So I think what I want is more. Here's you. Make some more. We're gonna need it. Okay, so to make the gems, we need to do that. So there's 2. How many did we need for this? A lot. Because it's 2 per. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. We need 20 infinity plate, 20 gems. And we've got 2. Might go buy some. Alright. Yeah. That's gonna take us quite a while. Okay, let's get our blizz. I only have the one tiny mob farm right now because I was working on crafting, you know, more. Let's take you out. And it's blizz, right? Not blitz. Blizz gives us the blue ones. Take you. And we're going to be using a lot of this stuff, which we're going to need. Just pulverize all those. All of those. And I might need to get this enabled. Need to upgrade it so that it can auto input the water from here. Unless I can just fill it that way. Yeah, that's not, I want output, don't I? Yeah, I need to get this to actually be upgraded. Do I have any conversion kits? No, I need to make or buy one. All right, good to know. All right, so we have that. Let's make some more cryothium dust. Mm-hmm. Let's just do it all. I can grab it by buckets then and just... I should make a reservoir. Yep. There are moments like this in a pack that make me wonder if the mod pack maker even played to this level, or if they just played to see if things worked, but they didn't actually play the pack. Yeah. All right, so how many did I say I needed? It's in here, isn't it? Well, I need more than 10. I think I needed 12. Alright, so it looks like we might have enough for the first machine. Now to make the next step. Which, we need to do this. We need to take the simple chassis, we need to make another simple chassis. So we need EnderIO plates and... EnderIO plates and the... do I have it? I think these. Yep. Future Tech Workshop. Oh, I didn't need to escape out of that. Oh, it doesn't look connected here. That's a little on the odd side because it is on the other ones. Alright, simple, and then we need the grains. These dried distillers grains. Okay, so that's not the recipe. Industrial dye. Oh, it's in the chemist workshop. Okay, of course. And then we needed induction smelt that. Okay. Apparently I have completed a challenge and it gave me EnderIOs. Woo. Alright. Anyway, next. Okay, so we have that. We have wiring kits. We need to make these, which, energetic alloy. This must be the method we need to do, which is taking the infinity iron and destabilize redstone. So we need to take out the cryothium that we have in here currently. So let's go buy a reservoir. I don't want to craft one. I know you can. Don't feel like it. You can't automate the tables, Tussle guy. They are not automatable. Pretty sure I saw the reservoirs in here, did I not? Oh, it doesn't say it's, yeah, I have to craft it. Are they? I didn't have a problem making mine at one point, but I guess we're gonna be finding out again. Oh, see, I think it's the portable tank. Did I buy the... No. Aluminum plates we need to make. We'll find out in a moment. Oh, I have 32 in there. Let's not let's not make more. And then glass. And this is done. This one is done in a blacksmith's table. Okay. And then this needs tin and a bucket. Let's do I have more iron in here? Let's find out. And we need, oh, I don't have any solder made. What's it missing? There we go. So now that worked for me. That can hold 10 buckets. Okay, good. That's how much is in here. And we're going to tuck you in there for now. Maybe he was trying to manually craft it in here. And if you look, it's over here in the middle. So maybe he was manually putting the pieces in and he was putting it starting over here. Because all I did was shift it in and it puts it in the right spot then. That's going to be my guess. But, I don't know. I have one, so whatever. All right, so now we need to do redstone. How much do we need for enhanced alloy? We need 4 per, and we need 2 of these. We need 8 energetic alloy. And we need 250 redstone per. And so that is 2 buckets worth. I need 20, don't I? And then the iron. Well, when something like that happens, where it shows up as here's an item you can pick up and it disappears, that's really a desync issue. And if he's playing on a server, maybe his client is a little slower or whatever, or further away. And relogging usually fix that, especially in single player. That's not something broken with the tables or anything. That is completely a desync where the game doesn't know you're trying to pick it up at the same time that it's available, type of thing. As you saw, I picked it up just fine. Okay, so we have that. And so to make these, blacksmith's workshop with the infinity plates. There we go. Okay, so we have everything? Question mark? Let's grab the fasteners. And what we're making it in the future tech workshop, of course. That looks like we have everything. There we go. Our first enhanced alloy smelter. Now I'm going to want to put the EnderIO machines that are for our workshop probably on a different spot. So let's start them over here. Let's do you. And I don't think I have any GPS markers, so we need to buy those. And then we need to put a capacitor in there so that it'll work. Alright, so cyclic. We need 100 per. There we go. Alright. I don't know, okay, New Year's. I had a friend come over, and my husband and I, and we all played board games. I didn't make it till New Year's, but that's normal for me. Alright, so let's make another basic capacitor. That needs how much? It needs 5 redstone. Let's go back up and get redstone, because I've consumed all that we've had so far. I haven't made it to midnight in a long time. So, yeah. Alright, do I have any more in here? No. So we'll do that. Put you in there. And put you in there so that when you have it, now you should be just waiting on a capacitor. Are you upgraded? Okay, so your only limitation is what? Why are you so slow? Maybe it needs an augment. I don't think either of these. Coolant is required. That's the magmatic dynamo. No, there must not be an... Unless there's a default augment that goes in all machines that I don't know. Augment. Do... The these. Yeah, news is saying to write checks with 2020 instead of just a 20. Yep. Mm-hmm. So do that. I should be buying some of these. Speed upgrades. What other upgrades are there? For if I just did machines. Nullification, we've gotten one of those. Secondary. So really just some of these. How hard? Oh, they're only purchasable. Okay, good to know. Alright, so you should be getting power. And we have our first alloy smelter. Uh-huh. Alright, so that gives us 4 enhanced energy conduits, which currently are not useful to us. Did you just see? Hey. Speed you up, man. Oh, that's much nicer. Okay. And the next one we get to work towards is many of the blends you use will, in your future technology, will be prepared and smelted in the enhanced sag mill and enhanced alloy smelter. Make sure you provide them plenty of power and high-tier capacitors, which we just have basic ones in there right now. Nah. That's fine. We need to make an enhanced sag mill. So let's add that. We're going to remove the alloy smelter. Okay, so the sag mill is going to require vibrant metal, which is actually crafted. You see, the induction smelter we can do. We could do it in the alloy smelter also. So it's the same recipe. But I think since we have an alloy smelter, we can now do this instead of infusing redstone into these. It's cheaper to just infuse redstone into these because then we don't need the glowstone. Okay. And then to make the rest of this is a bunch more of these infinity plates, which I'm going to go find out how much these things cost. And we may just increase our gill input and buy these things in mass quantities. Oh, or not. Holy smokes, not. Yeah. Alright, so apparently we'll be crafting them. Do different merchants have different pricing? Like if I were to look for another EnderIO or another Omega merchant, I think all the pricing was the same. Okay. Let's put those away. And we need the winding gears, which we have some of. We need to make a whole bunch of the plates again. So we need these. None of the infinity things were cheap, which is frustrating. Mm-hmm. So much. We're going to make a bunch more gelid cryothium just to... So I think we're going to have to figure out how to automate gelid cryothium sooner than I expected. Because I'm going to need blizz rods, and I just have that one mob farm. Need to get the more tiny mob farms going, because there's all our gelid cryothium used up, and that's where we've left off. Okay, so we have several hurdles. I need more redstone. Alright, so let me write down. I need to automate. I have so many things on my to-do list. The gelid cryothium and destabilized redstone. So far. Is there another liquid we needed? So there's a bunch of this in here. We'll need to make another one of these. And got you. Actually, let's do that with the snowballs and redstone I just put in there. Let's grab the other blizz because it's 2 per, and we're gonna craft it in our crafting because that way we can get it faster. There we go. Great. And it's 4 per bucket. Yes. Okay, so we have, we have a decent amount. Let's tuck that in there for now. We're gonna clear this. We're gonna make some reservoirs or at least some portable tank. I have my resonant one, but we probably are gonna want to just make these. We can upgrade them, right? Is that how I got it? Yeah. No. How did I get the higher tier ones? Did I just buy it? This is the only one. I can't remember. You you upgrade? Oh, that's right, with the conversion kit things. That's right. And the conversion kit you can buy or craft. So let's make several of the regular tanks. These. Aluminum. Whoops, fingers in the right spot. With glass. In here. One, two, three. And then we'll upgrade them. I know you can craft them. I'm going to see how much they are again. All right, I bet it's cheaper to just craft them. So let's do, I might even have the polymer sheets already. I do, I have 3 polymer sheets, so I just need EnderIO gears, which I have. And to make these, was it in this one? Yep. There we go. So now we have the stuff we need. For the first one here, we're going to slap it on top. And we're going to make gelid cryothium. So that would be the blizz, the stuff. Let's just chuck a stack in there for now. We're gonna have it output at the top instead. And just fill the tank up. Okay. And then we'll need to be able to eventually, I'm trying to decide if I want to set up like an ender tank and have these being mass crafted somewhere else, because that's possible since we just need to be able to do the mob drops, which once we get to the max tier mob farm, which is going to take a very long time, but once we do, we'll be able to do the drops and then pulverize them to get to the pieces we need to auto craft them together to then put them in the magma crucible and keep that tank full, essentially. It may also be to our benefit to make another chemist workshop and just have gelid cryothium piped in here. If we're gonna have to make a bunch of this, how about let's look at something here. Let's look at the applied energistic stuff that we're going to be getting into and find out what the recipes are for some of the common things that you'll be doing for that, such as cables and here, like this circulation, which is a pure Certus quartz, which is you get from the phytogenic isolator, or purified water on a charged Certus quartz. Okay. Or the cables. Here's the basic cable, which is also the future tech table. All right. This quartz fiber is also the future tech table. And then these are done. That is one way. That's the automatable way, I'm guessing. Well, no, because I bet these are not automatable. Well, that's weird. If you want to break it down, you have to use experience to do so. So this is the intended method, I think. And these, oh, we need to make blazing powder. So that's another mob farm that we're going to need. I'm sure once we get to powered spawners, this will be a lot easier than tiny mob farms. Powered spawners will be faster. Okay, and so then we need to do... What are the other circuits? There's the other one. That's just the inscriber. Okay, is that how you assemble them then too? And that requires, instead of redstone, it requires the grains of infinity. So we're gonna again need even more whichever one makes the yellow stuff. Blitz. We're gonna need a bunch of blitz to do that. So clearly, those mobs, we're going to need to work towards getting either tiny mob farms, the max tier of those, or powered spawners from EnderIO. And the one problem I have with powered spawners is I don't have any broken spawners. Oh, I do. Okay, well, I didn't know I did. I have 4. So we can make 4 spawners before we have to go breaking a whole bunch of spawners to try to get, because it's not a guaranteed drop in this pack, so I'm trying to get more. And I know we're going to need one of those broken spawners for the Wither Boss. So Wither Boss, Blitz, probably Basal's, because we're gonna need this stuff in order to do one of the capacitors. This one. Alright, so how full are you? Was that it? What do I need for that again? I need the it's cryo. You make the rest of you. Okay, so maybe slowing down quite a bit before we can get much further in here. And trying to figure out some supply chains